the people say something like, la la la, la la la. Yeah, like that. La la la, la la la. Come on, come on. La la la, la la la. Oh, oh, come on and dance. Come on and dance. Now come on and move. Yeah, yeah. Come on and dance. Come on and move. Come on, do what you wanna do. Yeah. Everybody get loose, shake it out. Everybody get loose, shake it out. We're gonna make everybody cry. Get down, down, get down. Everybody get loose, work it. Everybody just do something. We're gonna show 'em how we do it now. How we get down, get down, get down. Now bass, just move. Now work, just move. Now bass, just move. Now work, just move.
You've been waiting for me, I've been right here, now you see. All along I was the dream, can you make it up to me? Up, 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 take it up a notch, notch, notch. I've been patient, it's true, I had faith you would come through. I'm done holding up for you, tell me what you gonna do. Up, 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 take it up a notch, notch, notch. Hey, show me what it's like to carry me. All the world's already at my feet. I don't fall in love so easily. Make my heart beat good. Can you make my head, my mind, following my heart? Love me now, show me all your cards. Don't give up, you know you got a lot to prove. You know you got a lot to prove.
You like to go, go, go. Player mode, just stuck at level 4, 4, 4. Final levels, boss battles galore, law, law. Now you're feeling all uncomfortable, whoa, uncomfortable, whoa.
Show me what it's like to carry me. All the world's already at my feet. I don't fall in love so easily. Make my heart beat cold. Can you make my head, my mind, follow my heart? Love me now, show me all your cards. Don't give up, you know you got a lot to prove.
Oh, you should have done the transition from the other side. Now they know we're going to be drawing on stream. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday Dev Stream. I'm Defensive, and today I'm joined by artist Abby, RJ, and Jeff. And we've got some exciting Rupture stuff to show you guys and talk about, a little bit of behind the scenes of the making of. And we're also on the side, as you see the tablet here, going to be doing the Exquisite Corpse game, which was a concept I had never heard of until we started scheduling this, the 12th. And
I can't believe how many people haven't heard of it. This is one of my favorite things to play, in school and even in art college. We did this all the time.
Well, for us that didn't go to art college, we didn't play.
Well, no,
we're more
not
familiar.
Not even just in art school, but in grade school and stuff like that. It's just you get a piece of paper, you fold it up, and everyone
want to do
draws a different
something
thing.
with people in the back. You're like,
Yeah.
let's just do a little game.
Yeah.
I was never invited to the Exquisite Corpse party, so I never had an opportunity.
Tic-tac-toe, maybe.
Yeah, or just Hangman.
Hangman?
Yeah, the classics
Big
in
on
school.
Hangman.
Hangman was also good.
That, or we were just supposed to draw pheasants in school. That's what we did in Virginia.
Pheasants? Not hand turkeys?
No, we
Hand
had
pheasants?
our art teacher, Miss Ashley, actually had a stuffed pheasant in the room, so she would take it down
life
and present
drawing.
it.
No, that's awesome, actually.
Yeah, and that was crazy to do in the first grade. It was actually kind of scarring now that I think back at it. All right, guys, here's my pet pheasant. Today we're going to draw them, have fun.
He was alive once.
Which it was, and now it's not. But you guys bring stuff to life all the time making art in Brawlhalla, and we're going to talk about the most recent legend that's been brought to life and then brought into the afterlife, Rupture. Legend 68. I can't believe we're on Legend 68. I started playing this game with less than 20 legends on the roster, and here in the 11th year of Brawlhalla, we're close to 70 legends,
Crazy.
which is absolutely mind-blowing. What's up, chat? Real, Rogan, Gabriel, Lame, and Boa, El Glido. I saw Sora and Juangana in the chat already. Scarecrow. We were just talking about cryptids. Do scarecrows count as cryptids? Is there a cryptid scarecrow?
If it has like big human legs, probably.
Normally they don't have legs, right?
Yeah.
Scarecrows are just kind of already scary. It's in the name.
That is true, but they're only supposed to
Scarecrow.
be scary for birds.
So
They're freaky.
Oh.
If you've actually ever like driven past a field and seen one in there, they get you. They do get me, but maybe I'm just a bird. So
I always think about that one
throw a blanket over
scarecrow.
my cage at night and I go to sleep.
Oh,
I
man.
always think about the scarecrow from Over the Garden Wall.
I don't think I
That one
ever
is
saw
also.
that.
See,
No,
they're just
he's
scary.
cute.
They don't need to have a cryptid thing with them. They're just
That's fair.
inherently scary.
We do have a scarecrow in game actually with Scarecrow Nyx, and that is one of her most terrifying skins by a long shot. So that tracks. That tracks. How's it going, y'all? When is the next crossover? That's a great question. And if you ask Winan, who's doing a lot of the scheduling, it's as soon as possible. Really, we really just put them as close together as we possibly can. But as y'all can speak to, art for crossovers doesn't happen overnight. Takes a long time. There's back and forth between the companies, right? There's a lot of art in between. We have to do the trailers. We have to do all the signatures. We have to make sure the IPs are comfortable with it. Blah, 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 blah. It's a lot. And Sora, no, I did not mean the coolest Nyx skin, because there's Ascended Nyx, which is the coolest skin, obviously. But let's get into the art. Toast, I think our World of Brawlhalla is just Eternal Sports this weekend. Tune in. There's going to be Twitch drops. We're going to have a graphic out for that on socials here soon. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's North America, Europe, and South America. It starts on Saturday. It's going to be great. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to get all the Twitch rewards. It's going to be cool. Ascended Petra, Zenith. It's a good question. We don't know what the next Ascended is going to be, but I hope it's Nash. Even though Nash is getting a Valhallentine skin on the 4th, the first real bear Nash,
huge.
Ascended skin next for Nash. All right, but into the art. What is the first thing in the artistic process to decide what a legend is going to look like?
The first kind of thing that we actually work off of is usually something that's already a little bit pre-established when the animators and team at large decide just like what inherently the next concept is going to be. We usually start off working from like a keyword a lot of times with characters, and Ruptures here was we knew we just wanted to make something like just a big monster, and so Darkheart Monster was really kind of the jumping off point, which was a much more specific jumping off point than some of our previous characters. Like Fate was like her keyword was just like witch or spell witch, and you know that's a very broad, like trying to figure out like what that could be was a very broad spectrum of ideas. But because Darkheart is something that is so specific to like our characters, our game, our lore and design, we had a lot of those like iconic colors, effects, concepts already inherently baked in that we could do a lot of jumping off there.
Yeah, thanks to the Red Raptor, right? And the Red Raptor trailer, which we saw 3 giant Darkheart monsters in the form of the kaiju that Red Raptor perished fighting. That was really cool to be like an inspiration for Rupture, and there's a lot of flavors from them in Rupture. And a lot of the comments online have even been saying, hey, this looks like one of the kaiju from Red Raptor's trailer. We're like, yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah, and that's something I'll get into if we have some of the concepts art here to look at. Is the one of the guys that designed the monsters that you see in Red Raptor's trailer, Tegu, was the kind of like starting guy for Rupture here, and so we knew that we wanted to kind of do what was in Red Raptor's trailer, but you know, like a full-fledged character and not just like an enemy. And so because of that, like I said, we already had like kind of the colors, we already had these sort of like design and like armor motifs that we were working from.
Right.
And so Tegu took a lot of that and really started just working on like, okay, what would kind of be like a boss version of these 3 like smaller monsters, not physically smaller that Red Raptor fought, but like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, they were like enemies, and we wanted a version of that was like the king enemy, and so Tegu took that and as a really good jumping off point with like the pink and like purples that are inherent to Darkheart, and then mixing in a couple new colors to like get things to pop, whether with these like cool like white collars he put a fur on some of them, or just like different ways that they felt more of like a champion as compared to the others.
Yeah, seeing all the different horn styles in these pieces, these concept pieces, is so cool. And it reminds me of the horror weapon set we have, that giant eye in the chest of that top left guy. I mean, I'm not going to lie. If there's ever an Ascended Rupture, I feel like top left is pretty close to where they're going to end up.
A bunch of blinking eyes.
Oh, man. That would be so cool.
It'd be sick.
Even if he's not facing you, he sees you.
Yeah. Every
man.
angle.
These are really, really cool. And before we get too deep into this, Jeff, I know we have Exquisite Corpse going on over here.
Yes.
It's going to be a challenge for each of you as you're taking turns on the Exquisite Corpse to not see what's being drawn over here. Chat, we have 3 different segments of a Clip Studio layer here that they're going to be drawing on. And the way Exquisite Corpse works is 3 artists, or however many artists really, draw on the same canvas with trying to not see what the others have drawn on their portion. So I don't know how Toast is cooking up how we're going to show you guys the progress of this, or if we are. But each of these artists is going to draw a third of something. I don't know if you guys have already decided on a concept or a vibe or a theme, or if it's really just going to be from the dome.
The best part is when it's from the dome. You could get like a fish head, a centaur torso body, and some snake legs or something like that. And that's what
Snakes
it's
have
The
legs?
iconic snake legs.
Exactly. Snake's
Two
famous
snakes
for
with
having
legs.
legs.
Oh, man. It's going to be very, very cool. And towards the end of the stream, that's what we're going to show off. We're also trying to potentially do a side-by-side gameplay while we're talking about art. So if you guys want to jump into lobby 967551 to play some Rupture, feel free. I got a feeling that Toast is in the back like, okay, 3 screens in one screen. How is this going to work?
One eye here, third eye open in the middle.
Well, I mean, he has like 17 monitors that he's looking at back there, so I'm sure he's, through production, able to see all, right?
Honestly, I think at some point I can like blur my eyes and take in everything around me. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that's what he's got going on. It's just like a blurring of the eyes and everything like inputs.
Is that like an art tip that you use when you're looking at a mood
I don't
board
know.
potentially?
I think it's maxing my screen's input of like my phone's here and I'm watching something here and the TV's back there. So I can, it's all going on at once, but I'm locked in.
Learning how to kind of like blur your vision actually does help a little bit in art when
Okay.
you're trying to like get like the idea of like, does this silhouette look too busy, or
Yeah.
like are these colors coherent or too messy? If you like, I usually like step far back away from my computer, or like make the window really small and just
Yeah.
like super like squint or make it blurry. That way I can like see like what parts actually stand out to me when
Interesting.
they're
Yeah.
all like just distilled to their purest essence.
We were just talking about this actually because Jeff was like, can you blur your vision? I was like, I mean, yeah, I squint. He was like, no, I can. And then he like
I
looked at
can.
me deep. It was like, and his like eyes glazed over and he was like, you're blurred right now. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can just like
I
defocus
can't do
my
that.
eyes.
I had to like squint and then it's all like blurry, but he just like, the stare was crazy.
And then I could go extra if I just take my glasses off as
Oh,
well.
that's a cheat code.
I swear his eyes paled like it was so scary.
Oh, man, you're really not helping with that cryptid claim, Jeff.
That's my awesome coworker, Jeff. He's my friend.
Oh, man. All right, so here we see Rupture off-rig, but towards the final concept.
Yeah, so this is skipping closer to, and this is actually the final like off-model sheets that we usually do for a character once we have like completely called the design, finished what they look like, and now need just like a really solid drawing, both for animated like trailer purposes and also like going and then retrofitting this design to the on-rig game version you see. Just something like really clean, crisp, clear, that we can use as like a forever reference for the characters for whatever we need. We have like a nice, really cool, big collection of them for all the characters we've done in the past, and continue to make some for characters that haven't gotten like this for like older ones, but when we put them into like animated trailers, we'll spool up something like this as well.
Wait, so you're saying that for the Ransom trailer that potentially Nash has one of these now, even though he probably didn't back in the day?
There's definitely some kind of sketch for Nash, yeah, for because he's been in trailers now.
Which was so exciting to see his index finger slowly descend
Oh.
on
That-
that key.
yeah, and that
for
was
12
all-
frame was
seconds.
crazy.
That was all Jordan.
That- yeah.
Major shout outs to Jordan. We had this concept for the trailer that we wanted, and I believe someone just said to Jordan, like, can you do just like SpongeBob close up, like
Yeah.
hyper detailed? And oh my gosh, he
Gross.
delivered for
That
sure.
process actually, when I first heard the term gross up.
Gross
right?
up.
'Cause
That's
exactly
so
what it is.
good.
Yeah, it's a close up, but it's gross.
It's
Whoa,
gross.
I've never heard that before. That's perfect.
It's illuminating, and watching cartoons in the 90s and early 2000s, it just makes sense, and you know exactly, like, I'm thinking of a Krabby
So
Patty
many,
with
yeah.
like the eyeball and like
Like the
The
hair
nasty
coming
patty.
off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the nasty
the
patty.
nasty patty, exactly.
Yeah.
The opposite, y'all, of the pretty patty, which we've all seen before.
Whoa.
The this piece here, we're skipping back now to more different concepts, and that bottom left one is very close to where Rupture ended up, but that top left one almost looks anglerfish-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with those spiky pauldrons, it's such a different design. Even though it looks very
The-
similar, it's so different still.
The first thing we showed, the sketches from Tegu, were the very first iterations, and then what you saw with the character sheet is the final iteration. So we're kind of working back from that. So this was the part in which we were like getting closer, but still hadn't completely figured it out. And you can see, which the top one, and then the right one, and then the bottom one were the kind of like 1, 2, 3 of trying things. And so starting with the top one that has a little bit more of like a carapace, that was the idea that like, okay, we know that like he's going to like get big and expand. What are ways that we could do that? And initially I was thinking, well, maybe he has like some kind of like armor pieces that
Yeah.
like, you know, are maybe too big for him that he grows into.
Oh, that's a neat concept.
But then we started talking more, and we're like, no, I think we want him to just be like a guy that like hulks out. And so kind of lessening on the like physical armor kind of carapace aspect that you see in the right, and then lessening it even more to like more of a kind of like muscular, like sinewy thing where it's like you can see the way that like the tendons like contract and expand as he gets bigger and smaller was
Right.
what we ended up liking a lot more for that.
Which is cool and kind of makes more sense because if you guys haven't already read the lore, this is an ex-Raptor Force member, right? So it makes sense that they're not an insect, which we kind of
Yeah.
found anyway through Hulking Mantis Rupture, but ultimately his base is just a beast, a transformed beast after eating
Yeah,
the core of
and
his mech.
that was something. That's something you'll see a little more in one of the other exploration pages. Here was this. Obviously, the bottom one was kind of when we figured out like what proportions and what kind of the general vibe of it we wanted to be. And at this point, we started having the lore team meetings, so the different groups of people that get together when we actually like type out the lore and what we want to do. And that was when we were like, okay, who is this guy? Like, what do we want to like make him? Is he a standalone, separate from the trailer, the Raptors trailer that we saw, or is he like linked to that in some way? And we were like, well, he probably has to be linked to it because like who fights big monsters? Sentai, obviously. Someone like Raptor would fight a big monster. And then we started just talking more about like what are interesting things that we like about like Sentai forces, the Power Rangers and things like that we haven't like hit with Raptor and his team yet. And the concept of usually every kind of like hero team has either like a secret member, a fallen member, or like a special like member is something. And that was what we really honed in on here with Rupture, where we're like, okay, we want to make sure like we want him to be linked to Raptor Force, but not necessarily take away from all the achievements that they already have and be his own thing. And so what if he was this member that got like excommunicated for whatever reason? And so once we came up with that concept, we were like, yes, that's it. Like we want to go with something like that. And so then from there we were like, okay, like how do we visually like represent that he is part of the team or was, but like he is his own kind of like guy separate from it. And so we're like, we'll just like flip the symbol and like make it like more kind of like
Green.
nefarious. Yeah, it's classic.
Classic move.
So yeah, we had the idea initially maybe he just like paints it on himself, and we're like, no, like he would be more like monstrous obviously about it. And so then I had the idea that it's like maybe this like scar that he like either like imprinted on himself as like a reminder of like who he like hates and despises,
But also who he was,
yeah,
which is super
exactly.
interesting because it is
Yeah.
almost, it's not quite emerald, but it's the same kind of green that he
Exactly.
originally embodied as a Raptor Force member,
Yeah.
which is such a cool concept, right? And the fact that he ate his own corrupted mech's core to become this villainous kaiju-esque Darkheart monster, which is even like more corrupt than Petra, the previous like Darkheart corrupted person in Valhalla. It's so cool to the point where
Yeah.
even Petra's disgusted by how corrupted he is.
And that was another thing that we were that is like an interesting kind of challenge that we like to work around, is like when we want to do things that have connections or like similar themes to other characters in our roster, how do we not like step on their toes? And Petra was definitely a consideration for sure. And the difference between them is Rupture let himself be wholly consumed by the Darkheart, whereas Petra is someone who is harnessing it and weaponizing it, you know, like, and for as like, you know, destructive and like rageful as she is in complete control the whole time. She just like harnesses that power, whereas like Rupture was like, he let it like take him over, and so we thought that was a cool distinction between the two.
It is. Which just goes to show that Petra was a berserker before she harnessed Darkheart,
Yes.
which is really, really neat. It is part of her core being even before being trapped in Terminus, the home of a lot of Darkheart, but not all Darkheart, as we've learned that
Yeah.
Sheena is
As-
the name of the planet, right?
Shinsekai.
Shinsekai, right.
But yeah, as Loki's kind of meddling breach the kind of veil of Terminus, things start to seep out more into the world.
And other things get corrupted. It's almost as if Darkheart is like another Ragnarok waiting to happen potentially somewhere down
I mean,
the
it's
line.
why they tried to fold it in on a dimension planet initially. It was it was too crazy. It was too powerful.
It is dangerous stuff. We did see a piece from Manny there on screen a moment ago.
Hi, Manny. He's in chat.
Hi, Manny.
Hi, Manny.
That wolf concept, another heavy contender. Y'all, as you see these concepts, please remember that there are so many things that aren't like in a patch skin or in the final design that might end up as a skin in Brawlhalla at some point. So if you see these and like, oh my god, having the white wolf, that primal version of Rupture would be so cool. We probably think the same thing. And
Yeah.
maybe like a
Oh,
year
yeah.
down the line, Rupture gets a brand new skin that looks like one of Manny's pieces here. Because
Yeah.
it is wicked cool.
If you see a skin in a year from that, no, you didn't. It'll be brand new. Never seen before.
Made a
Are
week
you
before
done?
the patch.
Yeah,
That's how it
exactly.
works.
I'll tag in here. I'll do the torso.
Okay, on to section 2 of the Exquisite Corpse. I can't see from here what Jeff just cooked. I'm sure chat saw a flash or two on
Yeah.
screen.
I'm gonna be honest. I tried to snoop as well. I'm sorry, but you had it fully blocked, so I even got punished for it. Like, I don't know anything. We're in the dark on it.
That is fun. But what you do know, right, is about how hulking mantis Rupture came about, right?
Yes. Okay. So I got to design some of the skins, and I love our bug skins. So I was like, okay, how can I get into like the bug skin world in Brawlhalla? And I was trying to think of like, because he's super creepy, especially in like the cave crawling and whatever. I was like, what is like a bug that is fun to draw, like pretty, but is also like weirdly creepy? And that's praying mantis. They are, if you look at them up close, they're monsters. Like it's horrifying. They're very sweet, like they move around very cute and they like dance, but they're very scary. So I was like, okay, what's like a cute, way to do a praying mantis? Orchid mantises. And we're looking at like the design of his head as well, and I was like, okay, what like fits the shape of a head? Like, and the literal orchid itself has like a perfect like triangle shape of what his head looks like too. I was like, okay, it all writes itself, So
Which is pretty cool because it is a terrifying looking skin with that petal type face. It almost reminds me of a demigorgon.
Yeah.
Another piece of popular media apart
Yep.
from Brawlhalla that a lot of people have probably tuned into recently.
yeah, I was thinking like the clickers from Last of Us, like the like blooming face kind of thing, where it's like, if you think of your face having petals growing out of it, it's like so gross. Like the physical feeling of it would like really trip me out. So even just like looking at it is like a little scary looking, So I was trying to think of like I wanted to keep not make it like as cutesy as possible. I want it to be more like a little more creepy. So that's kind of the direction I went with it. And they got spiky arms.
which translated perfectly to the weapon set.
Yes.
That ended up on Orchid Mantis, which is super cool. The rocket lance and the guitars are
Yeah. And I wanna
incredibly
say
sharp looking.
the weapons that at least will be shown at some point were not the final ones. Rachel did some very cool weapons that if you actually see them in game, they're like times 1,000 cool.
Something I want to shout out to that we saw a little bit in one of the previous slides is with Manny and kind of the white like wolf tiger one was his C on the right there was a really big proponent of like how we then proportioned Rupture. This was a drawing that I was like, yes, that's what I think the physicality of it should be. It should be these kind of like almost gorilla proportions with these like legs that are shorter than like the arms that reach all the way down to the ground and stuff like that. And then it almost kind of like turned a little bit frog-like too from there, and that is another thing that I think really helps like Rupture set apart from like some of our other monsters that are more like they've got the what is that called, like the digigrade legs or whatever,
Like
and stuff like that. And he's just kind of these like he's got these really solid chunky legs and these huge big arms.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a reverse T-Rex situation
Yeah,
that we got going on.
exactly.
Those legs look solid.
But that was something that this drawing from Manny like really inspired me as I did further concepting from here.
And the frog-like component really shows through in the way he moves through the caves in
Yeah.
the trailer, which when we first saw in an all-hands meeting, the way that Rupture's moving in those mock-ups, we were like, oh my god.
It was like horrifying, like,
I don't wanna-
positively horrifying.
I don't want to meet this ever.
It's scary.
But the way Mantis, the Orchid Mantis ended up in game, the hulking Mantis, is really cool. And the way this skin color swaps, I should switch to it here in a moment. The next game is so neat. It reminds me a lot of Butterfly Ransom.
Yeah.
Another one of our bug skins.
Yeah, I was
which
influenced
is so cool.
by that one, definitely. That one, like, I got to produce that one, and putting all the XMLs in was literally frightening, but like, the swaps are insane. Like, every single one is like magic. Even if it's just like blue, it's like there's so many blues.
Well, I mean, blue is one of the best colors, to be fair. It's one of those primary colors that's also important. Dang.
What is your favorite color swaps?
Ooh.
Each of you have a favorite one?
Neon Hanafuda has been one of my go-to recently.
Yeah.
Neon Hanafuda is really, really good, but I also still like using the OG community colors.
The
Me
community
too.
colors
They're so
are
cool.
amazing. No, they're really good.
I've always been a big fan of the our what was it, Raven's Honor, right?
Yeah, Raven's Honor is a
yeah.
very, very good one.
I don't know. I just like anything with a little black and a little spot color, you know.
What's the berry one?
The berry one.
It's like a light
From a battle
blue.
pass?
It's like light blue and white. What's the berry one?
Is it from the space one? The Starshine?
I could not
Where
tell
it's
you
like
where it's
blue, white, like a really faded gold.
Yes, whatever that one is my favorite one.
Yeah, that was from our
Starlight.
space. Yes, Starlight from the
Yeah.
space one with Artemis and
That
Orion.
one on Darth Maul is amazing.
Yeah, shout out all the Star Wars characters in game. So cool to see them in different color swaps. Is that Jaeun with Sora? What? No. But let's talk about the weapons on the right here, because these are really, again, taking inspiration from the Orchid Mantis, and seeing like the spikes underneath the claw is so neat. It looks so dangerous.
It's also fun to think that, like, in this world where Rupture is just a big bug, that like they just ripped an arm off of another really big animal and shoved it on a stick. Like, I like that thought of, like, it's just a little scary. Like, if you think about it a little bit more, it's like, how did that happen?
Well, I mean, maybe it's like a Stormbreaker kind of situation, the same way that Thor made his. He just needed a tree friend, which makes me think of that. The blade on the middle lance there, the left side lance, reminds me of the axe that we have with, was it Elven Hollow Zol from the last Brawlhalla event? It's got that same almost like solid honey.
Yeah.
Look like the solid jelly we were talking about from Japan earlier. It used to be soft and delicious, but now it's sharp and dangerous.
Yeah. No, the wing, after I like colored it, I was like, this looks like yummy. Like, it looks like I want to chew on it. Like, the color just looks good.
Scrumptious
It
Rupture.
looks scrumptious.
And to be fair, we already have in-game, during the Brawlhalla days, the sharpest, sweetest thing possible in the world, a sharpened candy cane.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows if you've had a
Classic.
candy cane.
You've never not done it. Every time you have
Everybody.
one, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You
and it
can't
just
lie.
becomes, a piercing for the side of
Yeah.
your tongue or cheek or something.
Your gums.
Oh man. So Jeff, you can speak on this. The special bone we needed to implement to make sure that Rupture had the ability to become
Yes.
a hulking being, right?
Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like I think this is the first time we've made the character actually look and feel more like physically like bigger as a result.
Yeah.
And we do a lot with the rig itself to just try and make characters feel bigger. I mean, Onyx is another good example of that. But in this case, we really wanted to make Rupture feel like a big monster. So in order to do so, we had to make several like special bones in order to kind of help with those that feeling, and especially for our animators who are the ones that are always kind of implementing these really cool and crazy effects to make our rigs feel very unique. And so in this example, this was some sketches I was doing over one of the base special bones that we have for Rupture himself for the rocker skin. It was a lot of like figuring like, okay, well, how are we gonna make this like jacket look bigger without it like just totally ripping?
Well, it's
Yeah.
obviously spandex, like all rockers wear,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Of course, naturally. And I was
Clearly.
like, oh yeah, natch. But the thing for this is that like we had like just about 4 special bones just for making Rupture feel bigger, which we can then utilize in a lot of different key animations, which is great.
Which is
It's
most of his signatures, right?
mostly
I mean,
the
Yeah.
signatures.
down
yes.
sig on Katars, neutral sig on Lance in a big way, because not only does Rupture have his chest swell in the neutral signature on Rocket Lance, but also his entire right arm, the Dark Heart arm holding the
Yes.
lance in Biggins, which is so, so cool.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The animators really cook up some really cool like ideas with this stuff. Like seeing the page of like move sets of where they're just ideating stuff, and it's like, okay, how is this even gonna happen in game? Because I don't know that side of it. And then to like do a playtest, one of the first ones, seeing it grow, like his like chest grow, I was like, this is like crazy.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It sells things so much better than if you were to strip down the game and everybody was just a circle instead of a character on a
Yeah.
rig, right? Just seeing like where the hurt boxes or hit boxes would
Yeah.
be on a move doesn't do it justice. I mean, even during BCX when we had the Dark Heart monster playtest, like
Yeah.
a lot of the moves were very different. A lot of them didn't hit or look or feel like they do now, and some of them are still very similar, but they feel so much beefier because they're animated, because they have zhuzhing up done to them with the effects and everything, which is so important. It's so very cool. RJ, are you done with your section of
I
the
am.
exquisite
Okay.
corpse?
What piece of me is left, or what piece do I have left?
You've got the legs.
Work. Okay.
The snake legs, remember?
Yeah.
The snake legs.
Famous
right,
snake legs.
Right.
Same as snake legs.
Okay.
All right, so now we're on to the werebat Rupture, which makes me think of Batavia, makes me think of metal. Did not make me originally think of a pen, but I see that the concept or the mood board had this Dark Heart Crystal-esque like gothic pen, which is such a cool piece to draw inspiration from.
Yeah, I really like I just like a gem covered in metal. Like that, it just feels good. You know what I mean? So I was definitely looking at just like what really cool. I think I was Googling vampiric weapon, like old. Like that. I mean, you're just like throwing a bunch of spaghetti at a wall and hoping it like stays up there. But the like references are so fun to find because there's so many cool like things out there and all different types of stuff. Like that's like a garden statue on the right, but it kind of sold this like metal gargoyle type protector thing that I was like wanting to go for. So it's like fun to make these boards up at the start of stuff.
It is really cool, and to see the inspiration of how the wings ended up landing on this skin's back is very cool. But only the wings. There's lore within the skin itself. The arrows sticking out of his back, almost like Magyar's arrow through their body. Right. It's very cool to see that not only is this a werebat that is really cool and really badass, but also has actually been in battle recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts about seeing Abby work on this skin was
How do I get rid of
seeing
this?
the arrows come out and then and not only that, but also bringing out those little chest
That's
piece
just
wings
so that
out
You can see, like, where each
during
section
the
ends.
use of the special bones, just to kind of further emphasize that sort of like, you know.
It is cool, and I didn't recognize them at first in the larger form. Like, oh, those wings are just, almost like Onyx. They appear out of nowhere. But you're right. They do come from their chest plate and then their wings. That is very, very cool.
And that's the fun thing about these using special bones is the same thing we do with say Reno, for example. With Reno has more than 2 arms.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, Reno's just like.
Has him cross blasters in hand, ready for a signature, which needs more blasters.
Mm-hmm.
And the transition between like doing something different with the art in these special bones and then what the animators have done like leading up to it can add like extra like almost animated feeling to it. Like again, the wings unfurling from it, or even in Rupture's base skin, you know, his spikes elongate and it becomes this kind of like mind trick almost that happens, like where it's like you're seeing something in motion even though the motion actually isn't there from piece to piece. But it's really cool. I really like it about having special bones with characters like this.
It is neat. And talking about like a crystal or mineral just wrapped in metal, these skins are very cool. And I never saw this bone concept for the Qatar on Werebat Rupture. That is horrifying. that is so much scarier. but the metallic one does make a lot of sense and is so much in line with how Rupture is normally, because in the trailer y'all see his claw come out of the top of his wrist, which is just so, like, I can feel it every time I see it. I feel like
you just feel a little bit of a bone moving a little bit.
Yeah, like it just looks so crazy. To see the bone here almost redoubles it because it looks more natural because it's a calcium bone instead of this dark heart crystal. Mm-hmm. But seeing this dark heart crystal on the Rocket Lance here and the guitar is so cool.
And that's always another fun thing to play with whenever we like concept new character ideas, is like in what ways can we make a weapon that we have been working on for a really long time feel unique and special to each character.
Which can't be easy considering there's probably 100 different guitars.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising. It does come like surprisingly easy, because sometimes it's like when you're making a character, they like ask to have something like alongside them.
Yes.
And Rupture was one where it was like just like when we were sketching and like in a lot of like what Tegu's early sketches were, he wasn't holding weapons, he was the weapon, like it was coming from him, and that was something that we were like, of course, like yes, naturally, like he wouldn't have guitars, he would just have like massive like claws or things to do stuff with, and that was something that just we were like, that's the only way to do it, like that's got to be it.
That is really cool that the legend in production becomes their own muse. So much for the artists. That is really interesting. So it's not just the concept boards and inspiration from other media, life experiences, other art. It really is, once the concept is locked down, the character just kind of emerges.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, like, going back to, like, me seeing, like, Manny's sketch, it's like we're always just constantly, like, riffing off each other and what we do, and even if, like, visually something in, like, a very first iteration doesn't make it to, like, the final design, there's so much of, like, what has been done that just, like, snowballs on itself until the final product is here.
And the final product is incredible. I think we're almost through all of our slides. I think we are. It is really cool to see Rupture from concept to finished in game. It is incredible. And the fact that, because I know the lore is created side by side as Legends being created, right? And sometimes one finishes before the other, but the lore in this character just, it makes so much sense. It almost feels like we had everything solidified from the get-go, which we know we didn't.
Yeah. I mean, and then that's going back, that's like one of the strengths of like working with something that like is a Brawlhalla specific idea. The concept of Dark Heart is something that is so uniquely Brawlhalla, and so that we knew that like when we were going to do a character like this, it was going to feel uniquely Brawlhalla, and so it was just a lot of like, okay, what do we love about what we've done? How can we connect things in ways that like we think people are going to be interested in, and how can we leave mysteries open for people to find and solve, both in the character design, in the lore, and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's all really, I don't know, it's been, Rupture was a particularly fun experience to bring together at the end.
Yeah,
It is cool. Sorry, Jack.
No, I was just gonna say some legends just kind of come together pretty easily. It's just, I think the way you said it's like it's how the character kind of almost speaks to you in a way. It really does feel like that. Like some
at some point they just like they go, I'm here now, and you're like, there you are. Like,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Was there a point, Jeff, when you were working on concepts and working on your pieces of Rupture where you kind of just like hit your stride, where all of a sudden you're like, oh, now I fully get this picture.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, there's definitely some points in time. Mostly working on the production side of it. I did not work on as many of the concept work for it, but I think working on like trying to emphasize some parts of the skin and stuff, it's like building that out. It's like I kind of saw more and more of the character as we were putting it together, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a sick character, actually.
It is wild to see that. I think the first legend that really broke the rig or looked larger on the rig was Ulgrim. And then there was Zol. And then we had characters like Imugi come out. For Rupture to be another hulking character, another large body, but even become bigger than these other legends.
It's so funny. We keep finding ways to be like, that's the biggest we've ever done it. And then they get bigger somehow. They keep getting bigger.
Well, the real question is, how do we go even bigger than Rupture in the future?
I'm sure we'll find a way for sure.
Maybe more special bones, maybe some new tech. It is really, really cool to see. And chat, I'm sure that you have a ton of questions. I already see one. Bunny Legend When. One of Priya's concepts was this space bunny concept. And everybody in the studio has always said, yeah, that's really cool, but didn't really fit Priya, right? And like we said earlier, there's a ton of concepts you saw today that aren't in-game that might one day be in-game. I mean, who knows? We have a werewolf. We have a guy who wears wolves, right? With Nash. We have so many different animal-type legends. Maybe we get an actual wolf one day instead of Rupture getting a wolf skin. Instead of Priya getting a bunny skin in the future, maybe there's a bunny legend in the future. I say it all the time. Give BMG enough time, all the cool things will happen. We're close to Legend 70. Maybe Legend 88 is a bunny. You know, who knows?
Yeah, it's like monkeys in a typewriter. Everything will happen at some point.
Exactly. All the lore of Brawlhalla was written by if we had enough monkeys with typewriters.
Yes.
After they wrote Shakespeare, though. That's the priority order.
All the works of Shakespeare first.
Shakespeare in Brawlhalla.
Whoa,
Poet
okay.
legend coming soon.
If Baron's listening, he's so excited about that concept. But chat, if you have any questions, now is the time. And I've seen people say, make more comics, please. The question behind that is, when could we maybe expect news on a new comic?
I don't know if I can speak to when, but I am always drawing and wanting to draw comics at every point in time. So believe you me, I am right there.
So as soon as possible, but maybe not actually soon. Again, give us enough time.
When we have news, we will definitely share it.
This is true. And also you said after the release of the graphic novel that it was like a 4-year process almost.
Yeah, that's the other thing is comics and everything we do takes time. You know, Rupture himself wasn't done in like the span of like a couple weeks. It was, you know, months long process, and that's true for everything we do, whether it's the animated trailers you see, whether it's even just like one-off weapon designs in game. Lots of stuff takes lots of time, and we are always working and wanting to work on stuff, so there is always something happening behind the scenes, I can promise you.
Cool. I'm excited for a comic, but I know that maybe
Me too.
Maybe 27, maybe 28, maybe 29. Who could really tell? And like RJ said, as soon as RJ is ready to put their name on another cover, we'll let you know. Brawlhalla campaign when? Again, enough time, and we'll do all the cool things, but that's not something that that is currently going. Yeah, exactly. Let the chefs cook. Sora's asking, favorite Rupture skin? I really like Rock and Rupture, personally. Jeff, which one's your favorite of the launch skins?
Ooh, I mean, Rock and Rupture is also pretty good. I actually really liked Abby's Orchid skin. I really liked the Mantis skin a lot.
Hulking Mantis is very, very cool. RJ?
I am a big fan of the bat. I love the bat.
Thanks.
Valid. And Abby, your favorite of the three?
I really like the rocking one. The blue is so like poppy and satisfying, and the color swaps also look very good on that one.
That's true.
They
It's very
definitely do.
electric. Shout out to Sabrina, one of our other artists. She was the designer behind that one.
Mm-hmm.
And such a good point to make. There are so many artists here at BMG that
Yeah.
are always cooking. Those are the chefs in the kitchen that Toast just put in that lower third. And we don't have them all on the desk, obviously, but we saw a lot from Tegu. We saw a lot from Manny. Obviously,
Yes,
Sabrina
Chef.
helped a lot. There are people drawing right now on the other part of the studio, which is so cool to think about. I just saw a question about Brawlhalla 2, and I think I think we're technically in like Brawlhalla 10 right now, if you really think about it, because we're in patch 10.02, y'all. That is, we're in the 11th year of Brawlhalla. What need is there for Brawlhalla 2 when Brawlhalla just is constantly getting better, constantly getting patches for balance, for content. There's new maps all the time. We might have some stuff like that just in the chamber ready to go. You know, Valentine's is coming out in like, what, a week and a half? February 4th. There's always new things. I mean, the advent of the event center last year changed Brawlhalla and how you play so much, where there's like 9 or 10 seasonal events throughout the year where you can constantly play and earn new stuff. There's new game modes. Guilds just got added. P3 of Guilds is on deck soon, right? There's so much. We're in Brawlhalla 10. So Brawlhalla 2 is 2018, maybe. we're far past Brawlhalla 2.
I saw 2 interesting questions earlier that I think would be fun to talk about. There was someone asking about like what part of making a map do we consider when we first start it? Not related to like Rupture or anything we've been doing up here. And I'm also not one of the map artists. But I think the list that someone had was like, do you consider the art, the platform, like what do you consider first? And the answer is everything. Which seems very unspecific, but you kind of do have to when you're making maps take everything into a whole when you're starting them, like what things like we need visually, what areas maybe in the lore we haven't depicted that we want to see, and then on top of that, like what sort of like platform layouts and geometry do we have, where is there a need for stuff we haven't done and stuff like that. So it all gets taken into consideration at the same time.
Well, and before you get to the second question, thinking about the graphic novel, thinking about the old Evaldi mine, like that was simultaneously like the second time we ever put a lava hazard on a map. It was an unexplored part of the lore, right? And it was a very neat thing that just didn't exist, where the concept was there and the map team was like, we can cook. The artists were saying we could cook, and such a cool thing emerged just from a tidbit of lore, really. And your second question, sorry to interject there.
And the second question was someone, it just scrolled by, was what's your favorite part of being in a niche kind of like art area like this? And I would say mine is like just the style we get to work in on a day-to-day basis here at Brawlhalla. We are not the only like 2D focused studio out there, but I think it is rare to see one as focused as we are on cartooning specifically, and I really like that aspect of like getting to constantly like push our like design sensibilities with like those unique challenges in mind, working alongside artists that all have like a wide variety of like cartooning styles,
Yeah.
and then like getting to problem solve within that. But I don't know if you guys have more specific questions or thoughts about that. But that's I think my like specific go-to was just like the art of cartooning here at Brawlhalla and BMG is so specific, and I really love getting to do it with everybody.
Yeah, it's super interesting. Like when you start at any sort of like artistic job or whatever, there's always like a style you're fitting into, obviously, to, you know, create a product. And there's a lot that like I've learned so much from everyone here. Like even just like on production, like I don't know if anyone who goes to art school, you know, you trace so much in your first like year of stuff. Like you're just doing master copies of like everything. And it really feels like I've learned so much just tracing over a bunch of people's like really good art here. Like I feel like I've upgraded in a way that like I wouldn't have been able to do just on my own, because everyone has their own like unique style. They're like, oh, like Rachel does really cool like gem tones on stuff. Like Jeff does really cool like clothing design and stuff like that. So it's cool to like get to see people specialize in stuff and get to kind of like not steal it, but kind of like, you know, learn from that stuff. So that's like my favorite thing working here. I love the Brawlhalla style. I think it looks good, especially like the coloring and rendering. I've learned so much about lighting here, guys. Everything's got a bounce light, and I've learned all about it. So yeah. So I think that'd be my answer for that.
Oh no, I definitely think light is everything.
It literally is.
I think I would probably also echo that. I think getting to work production for Brawlhalla is probably like taught me and broadened my skill set a lot more since working here, because you're not just doing like productions for like character work, you're also doing it for like items and weapons. Some of my favorite stuff that I get to work on is emojis, because those are just really fun to just
Love an emoji.
kind of get really cartoony and expressive with it. as well as just like, we got avatars, we got like the various like UI stuff. It feels like I'm kind of becoming just like, as a production artist, like a bit of a
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
definitely
much
that.
cooler way of putting it. I was gonna say like an everyman, but like a Swiss Army knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when you think about like doing art for games, you're like, okay, I'm gonna design characters, and it's
Yeah.
like that's a big part of it, obviously. But then it's like someone had to draw the menu buttons, and like how do
Yeah.
you start thinking about doing that? Well, you just have to do it, and then you get better at doing it.
UI is an art, guys. It's a real important, very important and complicated art. And it's very fun. Try messing with type sometime, guys. You'll be surprised at how much fun you have. UI is hard.
UI
exactly.
is hard. That is true. Oh man, especially logos as well.
Oh, logos are fun.
I've
And-
worked on so many logos.
What theme you meant for
Using
different
8
events and
fonts.
whatnot.
Yeah, I think my favorite logo I've ever gotten to work on still is my pride and joy, and that is the Mega Man crossover logo.
Toast, pull it up.
No.
Right now,
I'm kidding,
5,
Toast. Don't
4,
relax.
3, 2.
If he did it, that would have been super impressive. But
Crazy.
I don't know if he can navigate to the wiki that quickly.
I'm
Okay.
all over that wiki when I'm working too. I love that wiki.
Yeah, shout out to
it's so
everyone
Shout out to the
who,
wiki.
anyone who uploads stuff to the wikis and
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like
actually
that.
incredibly helpful.
We use those all the time. It's like
Yeah.
we have our own dev folders,
Yeah.
but it's sometimes just easier to go Brawlhalla wiki.
Yep.
Yep.
Shout out BH Helpers at BH Helpers on Twitter. I know Duck helps a lot with that. If you're listening, Mr. Engineer from Red Mammoth Games, appreciate you, man. Okay, so we've taken some questions. We've talked a lot about Rupture, but what everybody's waiting for is the reveal of this 3-piece harmony.
Guys, we
this
didn't
exquisite
color, right?
corpse.
We did no
No.
color?
I did
Okay,
some light
phew.
shading.
Okay, because I was like, I didn't color anything, and if you guys have 2 beautifully rendered sections, I'm gonna be aggroed. Oh, okay, wait, it's
Slow
not actually
reveal.
it's not actually revealed. How do I open it all?
Well done, Toast. Don't worry, chat. This black screen doesn't mean the stream's ended.
1 second, guys.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Hold
Uh,
for
Oh.
dramatic effect.
help me.
Oh.
Oh, all the eyeballs.
Here we go.
Guys,
Oh goodness.
the reveal of the century! It's amazing! Wait, the tiny arms are everything
I love
to
the
me.
pants in pants.
It's crazy. I was so confused. So we get like a little sliver between, and the little sliver, I just saw 3 lines, and I was like, it must be like a big snake or something. So I was like, let me give it pants. Like, that'll be awesome. I love the jeans and
This
pants.
is great. You can tell he's a professional because he's
Yeah.
got a collar and tie
And a little hat.
and a belt.
Well, a collar
Two
and tie,
belts.
but no shirt.
No
which
shirt,
is
no
crazy.
shoes. I'm
But
sorry.
listen, you
You're
gotta be
not
ready
allowed in
for,
the
arm
7-Eleven.
day any day.
True.
Wow.
It's so good.
He's
So this is, gonna be this is our
battle
new legend, everybody. This is Mr. Crab.
Wait, taken.
Oh shoot.
Well, that's Mr.
Taken.
Krabs.
Crib-
We can do Mr.
crab.
Krabs singular.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Krabs.
Singular crab.
Right,
At
right.
first, I thought
With
those
2 Bs.
flowers were actually trees, so I thought the
Wait, they
scale
They
of
are.
him.
They
He's
are.
huge.
He's huge.
I want to say, living for the repeated themes, my flowers and Jeff's tiny little flower up there. Guys,
We're all.
Oh,
we're
wow.
just in sync.
Sync.
I'm telling you, when you work on a team this close, we got one mind between us all.
Like a hive mind that you might expect in
Yeah.
the crab people.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
that one of the eyes is longer than the others.
Yeah.
That's, I think, my favorite small
He's a
detail.
little
He's still
quirky.
waking up.
Yeah, he's quirky.
This is
a little
early in the
quirky.
morning. He still has his top hat on, but he's tired.
Oh yeah, no, he needs his cup of coffee. That's for sure.
Oh man, I love how dexterous his fingers look. He's ready to take on the world.
Let's count those fingers.
There's 10 of them.
Oh, good job. Okay, I have bad
So we got
eyes.
10 fingers, got 3 toes, and then got
Yeah.
2 pinchers.
Two
Perfect.
pinchers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You know what? Can do any job.
Speaking
Every
of Swiss
part
Army
of him.
knives, I
Yeah.
mean, this guy really is
I'm about
Swiss
to say,
Army-esque.
from like head to toe, there's like utility everywhere. Feet, the arms are right in the middle, and then there's like another set of arms right here.
You know, Crab's got that nice like crustacean-like armor, but
Yeah.
doesn't even need it for the chest. See all the scars? Hardened, ready to go.
Yeah. He
No
could move like a
problem.
centipede.
Battle.
And
He really could. He
just
kind of
gets
straight
down and
flat,
starts
like the
Down
three
on all
sets of like
sixes.
arms and legs. He could move straight across.
Man, it looks like he might have like a healing factor too. He might have superpowers.
He's got
Yeah.
regeneration.
Yeah, and he's in a beautiful field. See how I added grass?
just want
Beautiful
I
field.
wanted to ground him, you know?
our crab friend here is just like, I've seen so much fight and so much war. I'm ready for peace.
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for Bryn to pick him up, honestly.
Yeah.
This is post-battle, perhaps. You know, he just got finished with a horde of Batavia creatures, potentially.
I want to say I also really enjoy that he's slightly to the left. Just a little bit to the left. I'm really enjoying the composition we've gone for here, I think.
Yeah, it does really convey motion, even though he's standing
Yeah.
still.
There's
can
something
see him.
magic about him.
How is this the first time we've ever done this on stream?
It's so fun,
This is so
actually.
great.
You guys, I
This is
get
so
it. I
awesome.
totally get it now. Like, this is sick.
Yeah. I saw
Wow.
Left Stick type in the chat, long live 2D. This is
Yeah,
what 2D art is all
exactly.
about.
Long live
Guys,
today.
this is what we're doing all day, every day.
Oh, he's just like baby hand mode, like Deadpool. His hands just were recently cut off and they're growing back.
I can already
Crabs
imagine the
can
defense.
grow back their limbs. I think that's actually
Yes.
a fact. If I'm wrong, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
100% correct.
There's,
Well,
there's a
crab-
crab fact for you here. You can
Crab
expect
bucket
those.
theory. Y'all heard
Hashtag
crab
it's a crab
bucket
fact.
theory.
Oh,
They
we're all
can't
going to
get out
turn
of the
into
bucket.
crabs one day, right? We're all evolving towards crabs.
Towards
Oh,
crabs.
100%.
Oh, is that real? I
We
think
are
I remember
we are
this.
returning back to the ocean where we came.
Everything we say here is fact.
Yeah. Don't check it.
Yeah, irrefutable. Don't review the VOD, please and thank you.
9 dex, 9 speed, 9 defense, 9 strength.
Yeah.
First ever.
Breaking the game. He's worth it.
Oh, man.
Love his tie. He's actually really professional.
Oh yeah, it's a striped tie too,
Like
so you
kind
know
of a
he's a
surf and
little
turf.
quirky.
That's how you can tell he's quirky.
Yeah.
Because the tie is
Yeah.
He's
The
ready
tie
for
is
battle
so
or
short.
taekwondo.
And
or,
it matches the striped pants, the striped second pair of
Yeah,
pants.
see, I'm
Exactly.
telling you guys, we're synced.
Oh, man. So what is his official name? I feel like right up top we need to title him. Spencer?
Spence. Is it Spencer?
He's just Spence, guys. It's just Spence.
I'm thinking Scrab.
Scrab.
Ooh.
Dr. Scrab.
Dr.
Doc-
Scrab.
Oh, he's a doctor.
Scar,
doctor.
Crab.
This is
Oh,
his
the
casual
Dr. Scrab.
variant. Yeah.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
Or lady. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Write-
happy with
Write
them.
it down. Write it down.
Dr. Scrab.
Yeah, and the guy's messing with type. Let's talk about it. See how beautiful this is about to be.
Here we go. Now there's expectations.
Yeah, calligraphy pen,
Calligraphy
yeah.
pen.
Oh, here we go.
A lot is
Oh,
writing
Here
on
we
this.
go.
This is going to be actually
One
Mr.
shot.
Scrap's
Is it
like
Mr. or
This is
Doctor?
his signature.
Doctor.
Sorry,
I'm
Dr.
feeling
Scrap's
doctor.
actual signature.
Oh.
Oh, beautiful.
So he brings his own pen. You can tell.
Whoa.
Something with a flat nib. Oh, man.
Whoa.
Whoa, wait,
Whoa.
beautiful.
Whoa.
All right.
Okay, actually insane.
You said
Wait.
lower expectations, and I did. But I
Guys.
shouldn't have. That's incredible.
No, that's
So-
beautiful.
Does the good doctor here, sign with the little hands or the pincher?
Oh.
Now are we talking like work or play? Like I think the hands are giving more professional, and maybe these are for like volleyball or something.
Volleyball.
No, I was trying to think of what's like a fun thing to do.
That's a beach vibe. I could
Kind of,
see
yeah.
Crab playing volleyball.
Pops the ball every time.
You need one of those like tough dog toys.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's him. Dr. Scrab.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
can't wait for
Look at
Dr.
him
Scrap.
So
Okay.
Legends 69 or 70,
Yeah.
y'all, potentially
Coming
could
at you
be-
fast.
Could be Dr.
Designed
Scrab.
right now.
Oh, man.
This is actually how we do it. We just put 3 people at a tablet, and we just mix and match.
Oh, man. Toast, I like that you zoomed in on the thirds, because that's what y'all were seeing going into
Exactly.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay,
didn't
I
even
didn't
realize
see
there's
the
like
jeans, guys.
feathers.
Yeah, I was kind of going for like a duck kind of thing. I didn't see the jeans. I'm glad I didn't see the jeans. It made it a lot better. But yeah, the jeans get a little feathery.
It really did turn out exquisite.
Yeah.
How very, very cool.
Very exquisite.
Wonderful job,
Very
everybody.
Wow.
Wonderful
Exquisite.
job. Wonderful
Exquisite
job.
corpse.
And,
Well
and
done.
Jeff,
Corp.
and Jeff,
Exquisite.
and-
Well done. I was here also.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Exquisite.
Well done. What a stream.
Second handshake.
What a stream. Abby, RJ, Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today. Chat,
Yeah.
thank you so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. And the year is still young. There's many more art streams to come. I'll say it now. At some point, we're probably going to do a Gartic phone thing on
Love it.
stream, which with a Brawlhalla artist, if we have anything close to as cool as Dr. Scrab coming down the line, I am so excited for it. Maybe at one point, Dr. Scrab makes a reappearance. If anybody wants to come to BCX this year, cosplaying Dr.
Cosplay
Scrab.
Dr. Scrab.
Yeah,
We're going to have a
please.
Dr. Scrab
We're looking
specific
for ya.
cosplay contest.
Oh,
Double
yeah.
Doc, we're looking at you.
Yep.
Oh, man. But this was a ton of fun. Tune in to Eternal Sports this weekend, and we're going to have partners on the dev stream on Friday. And next week, y'all, Valhalentine's 2026 begins with the real first Bear Nash and so many other items coming back to the event center. The first appearance of Event Center this year is going to be great. Brawlhalla year 11 is starting off in a big way. Any sign off from y'all?
Thanks for having me.
Long live 2D.
Peace. I'm right at the end. I'm going to keep waving.
We've got you spinning around, your new fixation. We are the voice of the crowd, new generation. You got your feet on the ground, we shooting for the stars. Back up, we're leaving this town, baby, we're taking off. We got that new thing, yeah, we got that hot touch. We got that new thing, yeah, we got that hot touch. We drum a different beat, you better listen up. We got that new thing, yeah, we got that hot touch. The kids are on their feet, you better listen up. We got that new thing, yeah, we got that hot touch. We got you spinning around, a new sensation. We got the city locked down. You better follow us. We the new generation. We're